Today's project will be to power wash the deck in advance of staining it. Now, today is not an ideal day for power washing. It's only about 40 degrees out and there's a pretty stiff wind, which is going to make it very chilly once we get to the power washing part. But we have a 4 or 5 day stretch of dry weather coming up, and it's kind of like do it now or we keep pushing it back, and we definitely want to enjoy our deck sooner rather than later. Now, what you see behind me, you kind of see two tones to the deck. You see a new part of the deck, and then right here you see the older part of the deck. What happened last fall is where the newer part of the deck is, we used to have a large tree that grew out of the deck, and it provided shade for the deck. But we had a really strong storm around Labor Day and it damaged the tree, and a huge branch fell, speared the deck, and then it laid down this way. So we had to repair the deck where it fell and then came down into the yard. So, you know, our goal will be, when we get to the staining part, to try and match the new part of the deck to the existing older part of the deck. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We first have to power wash. And before we can do that, all this stuff here has to be moved off. So let's get to that, and then we can get to the power washing. I'll be right back with you. Well, we decided to wait until the next day to do the power washing. It was just too cold and windy to do it yesterday. So I have moved everything off the deck that can be moved. The rest of it has been shuffled to one end, and I'll get started on the opposite end of the deck with the power washing. So with that, let's get to it. Okay, we are done power washing the deck. It already looks a ton better than it was, but of course we have to stain it yet. Before we can do that though, we have to let it dry for a good couple of days, and then we will get to staining. So I will see you back here then. Okay, we are back outside to hopefully stain the deck. Now it's the weather is a little bit weird today. It's nice and warm, but it's windy and there might be a chance of thunderstorms. So it's clouded up just very suddenly. I'm going to let that blow over and see if it materializes into rain or not. If it doesn't, I am going to get started with staining the deck. The deck has been swept off to get all of the fallen debris off, so it's ready to go whenever the weather lets us move ahead. So I will be back with you in a little bit. Before we get started, I wanted to show you the products that we have used and will be using for this series. For the power washing, we used something from Zepp. This is all-in-one premium pressure wash. We got it from Home Depot, I think, and just mixed it in our power washer according to directions. It worked really well. On the power washer, I should note that for the nozzle setting, I used a 25-degree spray, and that was just enough so that I could get one board with each pass. So it was a convenient setting. Now for the stain, We are using this product from Behr Premium. It's a semi-transparent, waterproof stain and sealer all in one. This is what we've been using on the deck since it was new, and it lasts a long time and it has a really nice color. So we will continue to use it again today. So let's get to that staining. Okay, I am going to continue staining the deck and I'll be back with you when I'm done. Okay guys, we are back outside, this time to finish the first coat of the deck stain and then to apply a second coat to everything. When I did the first coat, I wasn't able to finish because the weather that day was really weird and there were sudden storms that popped up and I had to stop before I could finish. So my goal today is to start on this area over here first that I wasn't able to finish, and then start again at the beginning and go over the whole deck. And by the time I get back over to this area, it should have had plenty of time to dry and for the second coat to take. So with that, it looks like the weather's going to hold out today and into tomorrow, and let's get this job finished. Okay, the second coat is on the deck, and as you can see, it looks great. I'm really pleased with how the new boards and the old boards blended well. It's not perfect, but it looks really good, and I'm quite satisfied. Now, I still have work to do with this bench and then the bench on the other end of the deck. I have to apply 2 coats of stain to those, but that is another project for another day. My focus here was to get the deck surface itself clear so that we could put everything back on the deck and start using it. So with that, that's the end of this project. Guys, this is something that anybody can do. I am not a painting expert, but with just a little bit of research and asking people the right questions, anybody can do this. It doesn't take a professional to get really good results. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And also subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot of DIY projects like this that you can take a look at. I will link 1 or 2 of those in the description below to get you started, but there's a lot to see there. So please take a look and enjoy. And in the meantime, thanks for joining me on this journey, and I'll see you next time.